Hello. So, just like the mother wound, the father wound is also something which people would think, oh my God, what is the father wound like? And oh, my father's really good and good for you. And, our parents are really good. They really try to be the best parents they can be. And back then there was a lot of struggle of bringing us up, and even today I think I see parents, there is a lot of struggle because the competition is a lot and children are really smart. Like, we would just sit in a corner and be very shant, but today's children, they're like too much. But such is life, and sometimes it comes in. So what happens is, in a father's wound, if you have a father's wound and you might not even know, maybe I'll put in some quiz somewhere where you can you can just put in the answers, and it gets you lets you know if you have a father wound. But what happens in a father wound is, there are certain physical symptoms that you develop, like PCOD, like certain female problems, and I think that develops very well with a mother's wound as well. With a father's wound, what happens is, you either have disappointment, you feel that you did not get that love from your father, so the partner you choose corresponds to that. So you choose a partner who's completely opposite of your father, or in some cases who is exactly like your father. So coincidentally, we attract those kind of people. Now, if you were rejected by your father, and by rejected, I don't mean that you wanted something and he didn't give you, or he just threw you somewhere on the roads. Not like that. By rejected, I mean, see, what females and males are different here. As a daughter, you might want his love, his approval, his validation, his lad and pyar, and his appreciative words. As a son, also, you would want his appreciation. Maybe not hugs and kisses that much, but you would want his validation. You would want your father to help you be somebody. Now, I have seen cases where a woman did not get that love from her father. She did not get that lad and pyar, and her father loved her, did everything for her, but the father did not verbally appreciate the child, did not, soothe the child, did not hug the child. There was no touch involved, and the daughter always kept asking for the father's attention. So this woman grew up to marry a guy and then to be rejected by the guy, because that rejection pattern was going on. Or in she developed people pleasing other people, so that developed. Similarly, I would say, on contrast, there was this man who got amazing love from his parents. But when it comes to his career or studies, his father was a little critical. His father was not too validating. He was like, okay, I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. So there are different sorts of souls also. So this man in particular was a very sensitive soul, and he, really took the words to his heart, and then he also started people pleasing in order to get validation. So he would work long hours in his office just so that he had to do over and over to validate, and he thought that whatever he would do is not enough. So, that kind of thing develops where, in both the cases, the father wound plays different roles for a male, for a female, or it could play the same roles as well. But the bottom line is, even if you are not aware, everybody has some father wound, some mother wound. Even if you're not aware of it, I would suggest, don't go into too much details. Just do this simple exercise, just do the simple EFT tapping, where you can just release any resentment that you have for your father, or People will say, I don't even have resentment, I don't even have irritation towards him. But still, your life is going according to how he projected. Sometimes fathers are very loving and they'll be like, no, no, tumse kuch nahi ho payega. Oh, you will not be able to do it. So that is the father's projection towards the child, and that is how the child behaves. So, in order to remove that projection, there will be, of course, in the later sessions, we will do a cord cutting session where we'll disconnect all this. But for now, let us take this EFT tapping sequence and let us tap the emotions out. So, what emotions can a child have, or can you can have towards your father? So, before understanding that, let us take another example. You are a grown up adult and you are working in a company. Now, your boss doesn't recognize you. Your boss promotes the other person but doesn't promote you. So, how does this thing come into picture? Your boss is authority figure. Growing up, your father was an authority figure. So, problems with the father manifests as problems with authority in life. Okay, it could be bosses, it could be in school, it could be traffic policemen, it could be lawyers, it could be doctors if you are, getting into some major history of illness or something like that. But somewhere where you are hesitant, somewhere where that authority figure thing is there. So, what you can do is, here let us do the statement of fear. We can have many, many emotions, of course, as discussed before, but let's take a fear. This fear of my father's disapproval. Okay, so let us begin. Even though I have this fear of my father's disapproval, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear of my father's disapproval, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear of my father's disapproval, I deeply and completely accept myself. Reminder statement: this fear of my father's disapproval, 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 this fear of my father's disapproval. Gamut, eyes closed, eyes open, look sharp down right, look sharp down left, rotate, rotate again. One, two, three, four, five. This fear of my father's disapproval, 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 this fear of father's disapproval, this fear of my father's disapproval, this fear of my father's disapproval. Now, as you can see, it just took us 1.5 minutes to do the setup and to do one round. So it's super simple. Now, when you start doing this, you will see that your relationship with the authority improves, your relationship with your bosses improve, and with any other authority figures that you have, and also your relationship with yourself improves. So if you feel more like a man or more like a woman, you will definitely have a better relationship with your partner and with your children also. So do try this out. Maybe do 3 4 rounds of this statement. I'm gonna put it in the description also and here as well. So please do that, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Take care.